and permanent resident in Singapore. Over 15 years ago, he moved from California's Silicon Valley to call this little red dot his home. He's a veteran of technical support who has an insatiable interest in the latest gadgets. Being abroad presents its challenges when reaching out to elderly relatives. Thankfully, over the counter, ubiquitous technological devices has helped him bridge the communication gap with his older relatives in the US, especially his father who lives alone. Today, let us invite Marshall, who will share one technical gadget he uses to check in on an older family member who isn't super tech savvy. Let us put our hands together for Marshall Kubo.
Before I start my presentation today, how many people here have older relatives that they're taking care of? Taking care of or looking after, checking up on. Now everyone here is a working adult or we have busy lives. Now I have a particular problem. I'm one of 5 children and I'm from the US. Now just because I moved to Singapore doesn't release me from the responsibility of taking care of my parents. My father I love very much. So in order for me to do my part to take care of him, I check on him every day. When I first came to Singapore, I introduced him to a cell phone. So I could call him on a daily basis. Regular basis. Now, he's an older man now. I've been in Singapore for 18 years. Over the past 18 years, his cell phone has become lost in the washer, in the dryer, and I haven't been able to reach him. Now, since my father chooses to live alone, I have to call family members around to go to check up on him. Sometimes I fly back to the States for weeks at a time just to be with him. Now, I said to myself, now this is going to get worse. He's not a high-tech person. I tried to introduce him to tablets and smartphones. He can't do it. His hands don't stay. He likes the old-fashioned flip phone where he can make a call, and if he forgets to hit the send button, he closes it and it hangs out. Very simple. Now, this past October, I went to the States. I talked to my father, and he said something that slipped, but it caught my attention. He said, "Son, one day I was at home. I fell down. Nobody knew. I could not find my cell phone, and I just laid there for 10 hours on the floor." I said, "Well, what happened to your phone?" "I can't find it, it's in the dryer," or whatever. So I said to myself, how do I solve this? I'm a high-tech person. So what I decided to do was to look into smart gadgets. We've all seen these smart gadgets. There's the Google Home Mini and the Agora from Amazon. I said to myself, how can I use these gadgets to monitor him? Keep it in mind, he's not a high-tech person. I'm not expecting him to go in, hit a button, speak to me. I found just the gadget that I needed. The Agora. Now, what makes this so special compared to this gadget over here? This gadget has something called the drop-in feature. I installed this into my father's home, and anytime of the day I can call it up without him entering, and I can hear what's happening inside of the house. I can speak to him. He can speak back to me without touching anything.
Oh, wow.
So every day, I just listen in. I'm not there to spy. I'm just to make sure that he's doing okay. So I've been testing this gadget about 3 or 4 months now. It seems to work just fine. So I'm just about to take another trip back to the States so I can install it into his household. I'm not going to tell him what to do, because he doesn't need to know. All he needs to know is that I can talk with him, speak with him anytime I want to, and he has to do nothing but answer. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
You might think you're a ghost, right?
Oh,
Voice floating
right. But now the reason why I'm telling you this today is because I know that some of you guys leave children at home to have home teachers. Isn't it? Sometimes you just want to listen in, see what's going on. You want to listen in to see if the children are there.
Yeah.
Don't use this as a spying device. That's not what it's for.
Yeah, giving me ideas. Yeah, giving me
Can I
ideas.
do it special?
Now, one of the things that I wanted to do with this device here is that I wanted a cheap device that we could get anywhere, anytime. I wanted a device where I did not have to pay recurring costs, recurring monthly costs. I mean, you're wondering, well, how much does that device cost?
$50.
How much does that device cost? Well, I just came back from the U.S. and there was a holiday build-up, so everything was on sale. Black Friday and beyond. Each of the devices were $30 each.
Whoa.
$30.
Wow.
I decided to buy both of them so I can test them, and I decided on this device. It's a $30 device.
Batteries!
It plugs into the main, but it has to be on Wi-Fi. Plugs into main, and I just leave it in his house in the main place, and Daddy, are you there? And he'll be someplace in the house. Yes, son, I hear you, I'm fine. Thank you. I hang up. He doesn't have to do anything.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't have to say, please answer, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, but one thing he can do, and I have to teach him this, if he happens to be on the floor, he could say, okay, Amazon, call Anthony. He calls me Anthony, and it will call my cell phone from the U.S.
Wow.
Okay.
This is a $39 U.S. device.
Wow.
Now that you know something about this device and its cost, I'm going to give you a small demo. I have a device at one of my cousin's house in California. They don't know that I'm going to call. I'm going to listen in on them and say something. I'll catch them by surprise, but that's okay. This is what this device is for. I bring up the Amazon app, which you install on your handphone. I do have it here, Amazon app. Bring up the Amazon app. The feature is called Drop In, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Dropping in. Drop it on my device.
What time is it in the
It
States now?
doesn't matter, I'm going to drop in. Watch this. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, very clear.
Can you tell me what time it is in your location?
4:42 a.m.
4:42 a.m. Now, when I made this call to you, did you have to do anything? Did you have to say pick up or touch a button or anything?
No, nothing.
All you did was heard my voice. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
And we're having a two-way conversation.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm just doing a demonstration here. I'm sorry to wake you up at this time of night. Good night.
Wow, wow.
Do you see how simple that was?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's so clear.
And my father, he's not a high-tech person. All he has to do is listen. If he happens to be on the floor, and I say, Daddy, are you there? I'm on the floor. I need some food. I need something. Now, that's because I can't depend on him having his cell phone. Like I said before, he's getting older, drops it, can't find it,
How
whatever.
old is your dad?
But my dad is in his mid-80s. In his mid-80s.
Wow.
But because I'm away, I'm not giving up my responsibility as a child to care for my parents. This is one of the ways that I've done it. Have you got any questions?
Where do you get it?
Amazon.
From Amazon. I happen to be in the States a lot, so I bought this from the States. And I set it up before I left the States, and I also set one up here in Singapore. Let's see if I can drop it on Singapore. Oh, we're done. That's my presentation. If you guys have anything, if you want to check on someone without them being high-tech, having to be involved, Amazon Echo, drop-in feature.
Alright, now isn't that mysterious? I have an Amazon as well and I love it. It's very powerful and it can do many things other than dropping in. So I strongly encourage you to buy, probably Black Friday as well. I got it for $24 USD. Alright, Marshall's speech, we have Mr. Ye Chong Lim. Can we please invite Mr. Ye?
Okay, did everyone enjoy Marshall's speech? I'm sure you did. Okay, so what I liked is he started off with a question, so immediately got drawn in. And then he has a very personal story about his dad. So I'm sure we all have dads. Okay. So at the start I think he was getting quite emotional. So I don't think that impeded his speech at all. It sort of gave him a little bit of pause, although I think for him it was for composure, but for us I think it was building up the situation that he was presenting to us. And then he explained a very real situation that maybe we will experience later on in our lives. So my dad is also reaching about mid-80s.
With your grandfather.
So look out for this.
I think the key guy here.
And then he exceeded his time quite a bit, but he gave us a little demo in return. So I thought that was really impressive. You can't really tell how it worked because it was all on his phone, but nevertheless it was still impressive. Yeah, that's all for me.
Okay.
Now we can invite Fernando who will give us the evaluation of the evaluator.
And it's very cool. Right. What do you feel about Zhong Lim's evaluation? Does it cover enough for Marshall?
Can do a bit more.
Can you do a bit more, right? Now, if you notice Marshall, there's another way to create emotion with the audience. That is, tears. Okay. Once you shed tears on the stage, everybody will be very silent and listen more attentively. And you get the audience's sympathy. That's one very good way to get the audience's attention. So please learn to cry on stage.
So that was a trick.
Can't do it, fake it. And he was in tears, his voice go right now slow, right? Yes. That was beautiful. And the thing he introduced us, everybody was amazed because we have never heard of this thing. And the Gadget service, wow, what a wonderful thing.
Right.
So the message you want to give us is you are taking care of your father, although you are miles and miles away. Okay, how you take care of your father. So we all now learn how to take care of our parents if we are very far away. It's very educational, the speech is very educational.
Yes.
And what do you feel about the call to action? The call to action, was it there? No, but he doesn't have to sell, but the call to action is everybody should install one in your house so that, you know, especially in your maid's room He can have some fun with the audience by saying put in the midst room and everybody will laugh. So that's one way to create the humor. Because we were so sad, now the contrast is just to create some humor and put it in the midst room. They will gel everybody. But in the whole, I think we learned a lot. Please watch the timing because in speeches, if it's 5 to 7 minutes, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Therefore, if you see the yellow card, start to conclude and say that any more information you want, see me after the. Try not to go over the time given. All right. Let's give them a big round of applause.